power within. As Obiora traveled with the strange men, he felt sadder than ever. The land around them turned from lush green to dry brown. They were entering a kingdom suffering from a terrible drought. Finally, they reached a big palace made of mud bricks. The king, a fat man with many gold necklaces, sat on a throne. When he saw Obiora, his eyes lit up with greed. "Ah, the golden boy!" the king exclaimed. "You will make our kingdom rich beyond imagination." But Obiora felt no joy. "Your Highness," he said quietly, "gold cannot bring rain or make crops grow. It cannot feed your people." The king frowned. "Silence, boy. You will do as I command. Touch my throne." Reluctantly, Obiora touched the throne, turned to solid gold. The king laughed with delight. For days, Obiora was forced to turn things to gold. The palace filled with golden objects, but outside, the people grew hungrier. Obiora's heart ached for them, remembering his own village. One night, as Obiora lay on his golden bed, unable to sleep, he heard a soft voice. "Obiora," it whispered, "come to the garden." Curious and a little scared, Obiora snuck out to the palace garden. There, in the moonlight, stood a beautiful woman. She glowed with a soft light. "I am the spirit of the land," she said. "I have watched you, Obiora. You have a kind heart, even with your golden curse." Obiora felt tears in his eyes. "Please, spirit," he begged, "take away this power. I don't want to be rich anymore. I just want to go home." The spirit smiled gently. "The power to break the curse has always been within you, Obiora. You only needed to learn its true price." She touched Obiora's forehead. Suddenly, he saw visions of his village, of people helping each other, of the joy of simple things like eating a ripe mango or hugging his mother. Obiora understood. "True wealth isn't gold," he said. "It's the love we share and the way we help others." As he spoke these words, a tingling sensation spread through his body. The golden color faded from his skin. Obiora laughed with joy and hugged the spirit, amazed that he could touch someone again. The spirit nodded approvingly. "You have learned well, Obiora. Now, use your wisdom to help others." With a wave of her hand, the spirit transported Obiora back to the palace throne room. It was dawn, and the king was already there, admiring his golden throne. Obiora stepped forward bravely. "King," he said, "I have lost my golden touch, but I can give you something far more valuable." The king was angry at first, but something in Obiora's voice made him listen. Obiora spoke of the things he had learned, about the true meaning of wealth, the importance of caring for all people, and the joy of simple things. As he talked, his words seemed to glow with an inner light. The king's hard heart began to soften. He looked out at his suffering kingdom and felt ashamed. "You are right, Obiora," the king said. "I have been a foolish and greedy king. From this day forward, I will use our riches to help my people." True to his word, the king opened the palace storehouses. He used the gold to buy food for the hungry and to dig wells for water. Soon, the kingdom began to prosper. Obiora stayed for a while, helping the king make wise decisions. But his heart longed for home. The king understood and gave him provisions for the journey. As Obiora walked back to Umwofia, he saw the land come alive. Grass grew where he walked, and flowers bloomed. His kindness and wisdom were bringing life back to the earth. When he finally reached Umwofia, the whole village celebrated. His mother hugged him tight, and this time, Obiora could hug her back. Chief Izuto listened to Obiora's story with wonder. "You left as a boy seeking riches," he said, "and returned as a man with true wisdom. Will you share your knowledge with us?" Obiora nodded, happy to help his people. From that day on, he became a respected advisor, not because of any magical touch, but because of his kind heart and wise words. And sometimes, on quiet nights, Obiora would look up at the stars and whisper a thank you to the spirits who had taught him the true meaning of wealth and the real price of power. The end.